We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Cardinals have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Coming out with it, it's hard. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bruins offense will have the football first. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the rhythm.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It is so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
That's reeled in. It's off. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Grab behind the line. It's Shaw. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Looking to throw, it's Mahan. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Wants to bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Louisville's offense will go to work for the first time. And here it comes for the first time as the starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, Dave.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920, so imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously,
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
and a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He's got an open man. Finds a crease at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Back to pass, it's Mahan. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success. Wide open spaces. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, UCLA. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give is to Taylor. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Cardinals come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Kent. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
Give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Might as well give it to him again. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy to go.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. Knocked off his feet.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got it inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Louisville.
Number 17.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him move the range.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Dropping back, it's Mahan. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught behind the line. It's Dickens. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. He's past the 30. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
At the 37. And that's a first down.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
The score, Louisville 14, UCLA 7.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
Let's go.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Mahan. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
A loss of 8 yards.
Right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Incomplete.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses, up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. This game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Quarterback may change this route. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught over the middle. It's McCoy. Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Quickly out to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Okay, ready? Flag. Cookie. Ready, go.
Wants to go up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they love just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Cardinals, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And this was just a low-man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds himself. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Let's go.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
You did the right thing, right? Offensively, everything worked out well. I ran the timing. The quarterback keeps the football, making a big play down the field, and a great job by the defense, securing the tackle and making him cough the football up down the field.
Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hart. UCLA will go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got us.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup will put them in position to pick up a 1st down. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Still looking on the move. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. And the Bruins want to move quickly.
And first down for the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Mahan. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long.
Black 14. Black 14.
Back to pass. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Got his man. There he goes. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Watson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Wants to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hughes. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that recovery. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Cardinals, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll pull it down. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Cardinals are in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
on the play.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Pressure coming. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Cardinals had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. The snap sets up the throw. Here's a heat. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now? Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisville. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to... What in the world was he doing? Where was he going? And they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He's in open space downfield.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the Louisville offense will take over.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. He's going to run it. First down and more. At the 35, he's loose. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Taylor has it. Plows through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're not...
Touchdown, Cardinals! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Number 7.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got away.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from...
Snatches it on one. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mahan. They're working that left side. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Shakes off the defender. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the 1st down, and you're obviously trying to get the 1st down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip in there and try to make a big play, catch the defense, maybe be more aggressive.
He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these past...
Pocket breaking down. He's got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down run.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the 1st down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. He'll do it himself. Got a little space. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Makes a man miss. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Here we go. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
UCLA, 14.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Keeps looking downfield. Going to try to get it himself. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got his man downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Catch in the middle. It's Hughes.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's complete to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Fires on the move. Working on the right. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCLA!
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
To the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Golden. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Watkins. Oh, a lot of space. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Snap in the shotgun. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Louisville! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And your
UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10.
I hate the coverage on that 3rd down, guys. There's just way too much cushion, making it too easy between the QB and receiver there. The next time they get in a 3rd down situation, similar down in distance, they've got to play press coverage and make this offense earn.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Pulls it in. It's Thomas. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. On the move, it's Cox. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all...
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many playmakers all over the field.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes the grab, it's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock stops, we have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Golden. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Watson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Man, they have been great on 4th down. A perfect 3 for 3. They'll try it again here. Fires to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Number 7.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
21.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
He takes it at the 45. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well.
Fires toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Turning it on. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another 1st down. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 12-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it.